Oh, hello everybody, my name is Matt Mohammed, and don't mind me, I'm just filing my taxes. I need electricity so I can keep Mario Party 5 running 24/7. Just in case anyone tries to break in and wants to play with my GameCube, I'll be ready. Let's see now. There's a breathing tax? Well, after crunching some numbers, it seems that after tax day, I'll be broke. Now how will I buy games? Yuck. Guess I'll have to only play free-to-play games from now on to save money. Let's look for some free-to-play games, shall we? Ah! For those who don't know, Roblox is a game creation system created in 2006. You can play experiences that other players can make, all for free. Unless you want to take out a loan. Yeah, this game's reputation isn't the best. Whenever it's all the garbage shovelware put on the platform, to all the monetization, which is strangely allowed, like, oh my god, why is it so expensive? It's just a hat! You also have all the creeps and, oh no. Not to mention how Roblox just doesn't respect their creators or treat them well at all. And while I don't respect the Roblox Corporation, I do respect the creators for going out of their way to at least attempt to make a game. You can tell that some of these creators have great futures ahead of them in game design, and you can really see the passion when they make a game. And while I would respect them more if they decide to quit Roblox and use Unity or something, hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So screw it. Let's take a look at some of these experiences. I got nothing better to do. I was originally going to split this up into different eras of Roblox history. Golden era, modern era, etc. But to be honest, it's really hard to categorize Roblox experiences. So I'll just plug a few that I think are neat and talk about them. Most of these experiences are ones that I grew up playing on Roblox, so a lot of these are kind of old or pre-2015. However, it's not like all the games I'm going to review are pre-2017. We have some games that are modern, or came out around 2020 or so I think I'm able to balance things out with some old and some new. So, now it's time to look at what 8-year-old me thought was cool and prove to him why he's a stupid idiot for liking garbage. So I dug through the abyss that is Roblox and found 15 experiences that I want to look at. So let's look at them. Make a cake and feed it to the giant noob. What a title. This was actually the first Roblox game I ever played. Why? Well, because DanTDM played it. Hey everyone! The gameplay is relatively pretty simple. You make a cake, or you go through the mission yourself to become a cake, and you feed it to the giant noob. Alright, the title checks out. That's one thing I like about pre-oversimplified logo Roblox, and it's how simple these experiences are. Yeah, later entries are more impressive, but I don't know, when I think of Roblox, I think of these types of experiences. Little bite-sized distractions from life, and also something for kids to distract themselves with, so they don't accidentally burn down the house. These games are so simple that the title literally gives you all the information you need. You make a cake, and you feed it to the giant noob. To my surprise, a sequel was made. Sequel in quotations, it's more so of a remake. Make a cake, back for seconds. This one is a lot more fleshed out with better textures, models, more mini-games to really play, and a more thought-out system for making cakes. Overall, an improvement to the original. I strangely don't remember this sequel at all, which is weird because I swear I played it back in the day. Just ask 11-year-old me. Alright, I won't subject you to more of this. Let's move on. Here is another example of what I mentioned earlier. A simple game that is still really fun. In Natural Disaster, you and a bunch of people are spawned on an island that changes locations every time. So one game you can spawn on a house and another a supermarket and stuff like that. Some locations also have interactable stuff on it, like cars and tanks. I love this game. After a natural disaster occurs and you basically need to try and survive and try not to die. These can be anything from thunderstorms, to fires, to tsunamis, to even freaking COVID. I personally like trying to rank up a survival streak and see how long I can go before I end up dying. And one cool thing about not dying is how your avatar never changes, so anything that happens the last round that affects your character in some way physically will carry over into the next round. So before you know it, you're an inmate with your arms missing and nearly dead since the devs added fall damage for some reason. Why would they do that? Ew. But yeah, really fun. One thing that I like about old Roblox experiences is how they look like Lego with its textures and simple terrain. I don't know, I kinda missed that with Roblox, with how they've literally evolved to look like Unreal Engine, so the newer games are kinda more generic. Like, old Roblox had a bit of charm, if you know what I'm saying. With like the character models and the worlds that you would see in the experiences. You don't really see that anymore. Even the Roblox avatars are starting to look, what the frig is that? But yeah, fun time waster and a good game. Work at a pizza place is a game review. work at a pizza place. Like I said, the titles are literally what the game is about. This game is honestly really fun though. There's a bunch of different jobs you can do in the pizza place, each with different objectives. You can be a cashier and take orders, you can be a chef and make the orders, a pizza boxer to box the pizzas, a delivery boy to deliver the pizzas, a factory worker to restock any items that might be running low. You can even be the manager. Granted, you do get there before everyone else does, that is. And if someone is manager, wait 5 or so minutes. Most of Roblox's fan base is comprised of like really young kids, so hopefully in like a few minutes their mom is gonna tell them to go wash the dishes or something. Or you can take a break and explore the tiny island. One thing I like about this game is how each job affects the other jobs in some way. The cashiers tell the chefs what they need to make, then the chefs make it, and then they give it to the pizza boxers to box the pizzas, and then they give it to the delivery boys to deliver the pizzas, and it flows greatly. And also flows smoothly, I like it a lot. Starting from here, we're going to see more fake currencies. In this game, you get currency from working, and you can use it to buy little knickknacks for your house and make your house. But there's nothing stopping you from spending real money. Boys gotta pay rent somehow. But yeah, this game is just really fun. Like I'm saying, it's the simplicity of it. Making pizzas, then delivering them on a scooter is just really fun. I really feel like a minimum wage employee. But yeah, work at a pizza place? Not too shabby. Oh, we accidentally went into the weird side of Roblox. The normal elevator is a game where you and a bunch of people go into one elevator, with it taking you to quirky and random locations. This game screams 2015 with all the outdated memes and stuff it shows off. Which isn't bad, it's like a time capsule of that era. Whenever it's Astiff movie to Slenderman to the Kool-Aid Man. It's just really 2015. I mean, for crying out loud, the creator's Roblox name is literally now Do the Harlem Shake. I bet Eric regrets doing that. Like the other experiences on this list, it's still really simple and fun. You go in, see where it takes you, and it's all pretty fun, all things considered. Kind of a pick up and play, maybe for like 20 minutes or so. Something to do while you're waiting for the bus. My favorite thing is these little drinks and foods you can get that makes your avatar look so stupid, it's so funny. The weirdest part about this game is how it started to add out of all things lore. Like, there's a keypad in this game, and by entering the code 3792, it takes you to an entirely different game, which lets you play a little story arc, and kind of like a mysterious side to it. I think it's called Gavin's Game or Gavin's Truth or something. So yeah, the normal elevator has depth. Strangely enough, Roblox experiences being dark and mysterious is going to become more and more common, so let's enjoy these more simple experiences while we still have the time. Hide and Seek Extreme is, well, hide and seek. But one thing to make this game unique is how each map takes what is normal height for a regular human and makes it gigantic. So you have giant garages, kitchens, bedrooms, etc. It adds to the hide and seek experience by having so much more areas to hide in, rather than it just being a regular house. And being a seeker is just as fun as being a hider. You think having extra spaces to hide in just a bigger map in general would be a pain when you're a seeker? But Roblox users are kinda stupid, so it's not that hard to find them. The game does have a random store that lets you buy random cosmetic items with coins that I don't even think you can really see in-game. Or you can pay Robux to increase your chances of becoming a seeker. Man. You can also pay Robux to rig the map, so during the loading screen of each round, you can rig it to do whatever map you want. And I swear to God, the people who keep picking the basic bedroom are next level scum. But yeah, another simple fun game. A problem with old Roblox experiences is how while they are fun and simple, they're simple, which makes it hard to talk about them in depth or for anything longer than a minute. Well, it's all about to change from here on out. I decided to rope these two experiences together since they're so similar. Prison Life is a game where you can choose to either be an inmate or a cop. Inmates live in jail where you can do jail type things like eating or sleeping. Cops are able to go into extra rooms with guns so you can stop anyone from getting out of line. Once again, a pretty simple game. As an inmate, you can escape to jail, however there isn't much you can really do. I mean, you can drive a car and then you can break back into the jail and spawn kill the cops. God, this is lame. But yeah, there isn't much you can do beyond the prison. Now that's where JailBreak comes in. JailBreak is similar to Prison Life, except there's way more you can do after you end up escaping. There is an entire town filled with stuff to steal, but stealing stuff is presented more as mini-games and puzzles. The easier heists like robbing a donut store is as simple as hold a button, but once you get to the big boy heist, oh boy. You have connect the dot mini-games, try and steal a bunch of paintings without the lasers touching you, going through a labyrinth, try not to alert the police while stealing a diamond, etc. And you really do need to be good at this game, since some of the big boy heists are locked behind a key card, which you can only get via stealing one from a police officer. Speaking of the police, they can do much more than shoot you. They can taser you, arrest you, kill you, join you, but then they become a criminal, or they can be cool dudes and let you steal their keycard. By the way, to the people who pretend to do this only to arrest me right after, screw you. Plus, the police officers also have little missions they can do, like drive a car filled with money somewhere while avoiding criminals or stopping a robbery. While the actual prison in Jailbreak has less stuff to do than prison life, I think all the creative ways to escape and the town itself more than makes up for it. The prison is more like a central hub or a beginning ground, while the actual area after that is a much more open space, kind of like the beginning of a 3D platformer where they start off small, but then as you move on, it gets bigger and bigger until opening up to you. I do find it annoying how some weapons or vehicles are locked behind a paywall. Real classy, Jailbreak. And this can be especially annoying if you're trying to outrun the police and you see a car, but you can't hop into it because you need to pay for it. Another con I have is how annoying the police can be at times. Arresting me, I don't mind, but I don't mind arresting me, that's the main part of the game. But please, God, do not spawn arrest. That is annoying and makes the game really not fun. There are so many times where I'll try to escape and the police are just waiting right there immediately to arrest me before I can even get to the main town, which just makes it boring and not fun. But those are minor and it doesn't bring the game down. While prison life is much more focused on the prison aspect with a lot to do inside the jail, but not much to do when you escape, Jailbreak is the exact opposite, focusing more on the criminal aspect with a whole world to explore after breaking out, and the jail being more of a starting hub with not much to do. But overall, both are pretty good games and stand on their own, and in my opinion, it shows two sides of Roblox. The classic old side and the modern new side. Speaking of that, we are now in the modern age of Roblox. Experiences can now be more than simple bite-sized games. Experiences that make you wonder, wait, this was made in Roblox? So let's see where our journey takes us next. Nope. Nah, I'm not playing this. No way, no how. I refuse to consume this. Yeah, I'm going on a break.
Well, if he's not going to do it, then I'll do it myself. Well, Piggy is a game based on Peppa Pig and the mobile game Granny. The game by itself works almost the same way as Granny, only having a few things different, like the fact that you need to pick up between a bunch of maps and all of them having new items, new functions, and new monsters. To win the game, you basically need to find the item that you need to unlock the door. Almost in all maps, you need to find a key, a hammer, a code, and wrenches. But these items will be locked or hidden, so you will need to look for a bunch of keys and randomly sometimes a water gun. But it's not just that. If it were like that, it would be easy. In the game, you will have a monster trying to kill you. It can be a bot, a player, and sometimes both. The game has a lot of types of game modes. There is the infection mode, in which is basically a zombie apocalypse. One starts as a monster, and when they kill someone they get infected and have to kill others. It has another mode that is very similar to the infection one. The tag mode. It's just a game of tag, simply. Everybody turns into a tagger. One is alive and have to run. When it's tagged, the tagger turns into a player and has to run for its life. There is also the trader mode. An easy way to explain that one? Murder Mystery 2, but worse. Jokes aside, that mode can be challenging because you not only have to try to find the items and not die for the piggy, now someone's an imposter and will kill you at any moment. And surprise, they don't even have a countdown, so come on! How could it be fair? Oh well. It also has a new game mode named Swarm. It basically every minute adds a new piggy to the game, and that's a good reason why I never got to play that in a public lobby. My opinion about this game is very simple. It is nice with friends, if you don't have anything else to do. The game has its charms, like the fact that it's kind of a revived Granny. It also has lore, so it can be a fun experience to play and try to figure out the lore, even though it's very much in your face all the time. The game can be fun. I mean, sometimes. The game can get boring after a while, especially if you're in an open lobby, because people will simply leave if they are chosen as Piggy, and a lot of times, not saying all the times, but they only choose the easiest lobby and the most annoying way of playing, the house and the trader mode. Whenever I play open lobbies, it's almost like a torture, since people only choose this trader in the house, but that is something that you will find in every single Roblox public lobby, right? The game also has some glitches that people found a long time ago, and that never got fixed, even today. And in some of them I use guilty as charged. Oh, well, that's it. Piggy sucks. Oh, yeah. Also, they made a game on Steam in which I will never open it again. Disappointment. Oh well, that was fun. I hope he likes it. It was a bit of torture though.
Did I hear something?
Wait, you heard that? Oh no, I gotta get out of here.
There's nothing in here. Well, that was a nice break. Time to move on to the next game. Flee the Facility is a game where you and 3 other people are in a location with computers sprinkled around that location. You must hack a certain amount of computers in order to open the door and flee the facility. It's the name! One person is the Beast, who is cursed with only being able to play Roblox in the first person. So as revenge, they beat you and drag your carcass into a cryogenic prison. Now, others can save you before you freeze completely, but if you're playing in a random lobby, good luck with that! I swear to God, these people have an every man for themselves mentality. However, even with that, the game is still pretty fun. There is strategy for both parties. Regular Joes have the power to crawl under vents while the Beast can't. However, the Beast has the power to run while Joes can't, they can only walk. And if you mess up while hacking, the computer will show an icon that everyone in the game can see, which while it can make it easier for the Beast to find you, it may also help you in the long run, considering the fact that everyone can see it, not just the Beast. So you can have other people find your location, and then you guys can work together to hack one computer, which will take less time than if you were doing it solo. These maps are pretty creative at times, and some of the areas where the computers are located are really hard to find, but it is really accomplishing when you do finally find a computer. My only complaint is how it's limited to 5 people per lobby. Why not extend it to 12 or something? Why not introduce 2 or heck, even 3 beasts for compensation to create bigger maps? Just an idea. There are little secrets in here as well, like in the main lobby, there's a little gap that you can crawl under and... time to move on. What a name! Doors. Nothing special, just doors. Wanna know the gameplay? Wow, this gameplay is great, I love it. All jokes aside, this is a neat little horror game. The gameplay is relatively pretty simple. You go through a bunch of rooms while trying to reach door 100. While some rooms are as easy as walk forward, others are a bit more tricky, forcing you to complete puzzles or to find the door with the lights off. What makes this game horror are these bendy rejects. Audio is a big part of the game. You need to have great hearing so you don't get jump scared, especially during a rush segment, or once you hear audio cue, you better hide in the closet like you're gay in the 80s until it's finally time to come out. Sometimes you'll get a seek where the game full on becomes an endless runner for a bit, which is honestly, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Or the library where you crawl to find books just while trying not to make a sound, while being chased by a blind monster. Only for the monster to find you anyway because they can sense your heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Ignoring that though, this game is pretty good and high quality. This is an example of Roblox experiences where I can see that the people behind this are super passionate and really skilled. But it makes me wish they would just pick up a how to code book and literally use anything except Roblox. Imagine this game without the limitations of being on Roblox. It would rise to the ranks of Bendy, Tattletale, Hello Neighbor, etc. Heck, it may even be better than those games. I think this game has a lot of potential as a standalone indie horror game. Like just being on Steam, this would rise to the top. And while I'm not trying to invalidate the game in its current state, for being on Roblox, this is incredible. But man, developers, learn Unity! But yeah, this game's good. I've talked about 2 quote-unquote scary Roblox games so far, and I was gonna talk about a 3rd one if I didn't absolutely hate Piggy. But maybe I should just take a break from all this horror and go back to more simple Roblox experiences. Let's go back in time for a bit, into the era between the Golden Age and the Modern Age. The Roblox Titanic. Relive the tragedy that killed millions of people. What's next? Roblox World War II? Ignoring that this is a pretty fun game. It is a scarily accurate recreation of the Titanic. You get a good 20 or so minutes before the ship hits the iceberg, and it's really fun to try and survive as the ship slowly breaks apart. It's honestly really weird how accurate this is in Roblox. You can go through the entire ship inside and out, and while it is lame that you need to pay money to use the first class section, the rest of the ship is completely free. You get risk points by being closer to the ship during the sinking or just being near the ocean in general. I don't know what these points do, nor do I care. It's still fun. Oh yeah, there's also roleplay in the public chats, if you're into that, I guess. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. This is a really simple game. I wish I had more to say, but I don't. Did you know that this is an official Sonic game? Kinda. Despite being considered a fan game, Sega fully supports it as an official fan game and advertises it. It's weird. And this is what Frontiers should have been. The momentum is perfect here. At least once you leveled up a bit. Let me just say, for the new folks who's gonna play this game, it can be very grindy and slow at first. Especially since the game uses a leveling up system for your speed. But once you get to level 100 and up, it can be really fun thanks to the momentum. Sonic goes down a slope, oh my god. He actually has physics and doesn't stop on a dime when you're not holding the W key. This is a revelation! My only problem with this game is two things. One, the worlds can be pretty small and don't really, it makes me want more out of them. And two, the events are the grindiest things I've ever played. They aren't hard or anything, but they're very annoying and repetitive, forcing you to collect the items sprinkled around the map like 50,000 times. And while it's not hard to find the items 50,000 times, and I'm sorry, I'm not putting this effort for Big the Cat. However, you can bypass all of this by paying some money. I love capitalism! But otherwise, it's a pretty good and fun game, and it impresses me this is made on Roblox. It is really fun to run around these fully 3D versions of classic zones. While the second and fourth zones seem to be copied and pasted with the theme change, Zone 1, 3, 5, and 6 are great, with my only con being that they're so small. Zone 5 is so much bigger than the other ones, and it's great, and it makes me wish all zones were like this. Pain. And the momentum helps big time, allowing you to go off the track and go to other areas so much faster. Like, I swear to God, you can start from the beginning and make your way to the end by how fast you are. I'm super sad that I'm giving this a higher rating than Frontiers. 8 out of 10. Good job, game fam. A modern game that goes for the simple style of the golden era. A bold move that I approve of. PacBlox is Pac-Man. What makes this one unique is how you get the chance to play as a ghost. So grab a few friends along and you got yourself a pretty enjoyable time. The map being in 3D is honestly really cool to see, and it's also really weird considering how for up to this point, you've only really seen it in a top-down perspective. And one thing that makes this game even cooler is how while Pac-Man's POV is the third person, the ghost is stuck in the first person, which makes this game unique. If you see a ghost coming near you, you might not be able to panic that much, since you know that they can't really see where you completely are, while you can see them from a different area. It adds a lot of strategy somehow. And like every Roblox game, monetization. It's in the form of these little things that you can put on your ghost, and to be honest, I'm okay with this. It isn't intrusive and it's okay. Overall, PacBlox is a good game. It reminds me of this GameCube game called Pac-Man Vs, which seriously needs to be remade for modern consoles. I'm just saying. Unoffical is Uno. Nah, I'll talk about it for a bit longer. Unoffical is Uno. How do you play Uno? How do you not know how to play Uno? Get out of here. Though, one thing you can do is change the rules to your liking, which does make the game a bit more fresh. You want to play a game where you only have the same color cards? Then do it. You want to be a boring person and only use the normal cards and not the fun ones like reverse or +4? Do it. I'm not going to join your lobby, you loser, but do it. And the chaotic mode is really fun. It's fun to play a game with absolutely zero common sense. My only problem is that it costs money, and by that I mean it costs money to host the game. You can join it for free, but Roblox's fanbase is comprised of 2-year-olds without money. So yeah, random lobbies with chaotic, never gonna happen. Just not. And yeah, there isn't much to say. It's Uno, and the games like these where you play a board game online just leaves me wondering why I'm not playing in real life. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the most simple game so far. Doesn't mean it's bad, I enjoyed it a lot, it's just simple.
Oh ho ho,
Oh, what do we have here? Take a look at this fancy game, folks. Costing 25 Robux to pay. Are we all high and mighty? Oh, you got the guts to charge money to play an experience? Calm down, mister. Cool your jets. Okay, this game is pretty fun, though. It's a life simulation game like The Sims, though unlike The Sims, you're playing as yourself instead of controlling a bunch of random beings, which in my opinion helps Bloxburg separate itself from The Sims and passes the why am I playing this when I could be playing The Sims test. Doing jobs are fun since they're little mini games you can play, and the money can help you buy stuff for your house, and oh my god, I do not remember this game copying The Sims this much, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's a pretty simple game. Since the game costs 25 Robux to pay, there isn't really any monetization, which I don't mind. I'd rather pay an upfront fee and get everything for free than play the game for free, but then have most things blocked behind a paywall. Now, I wrote this before replaying the game recently, and oh my god, I don't remember this many microtransactions. Certain things are locked behind paywalls, like basements or an upstairs system in your house. Trying to earn more money than usual requires an expansion pack. This game really is The Sims! Knowing this, I do find it a bit more scummy that the game still has in-game purchases despite having an entrance fee. At that point, if you're going to charge for things in-game and have it be this much, then just make your game free. More people will be able to play it at that point, and you'll make way more money, since people would rather spend $300 on in-game items than pay $20 once and then get everything for free. Fall Guys is a perfect example of this. But yeah, besides that, there isn't much to say. Really good life simulator, the map is a bit small, I wish it was bigger, and yeah, overall, unsolid game. Alright, I've saved the best for last. Free admin voice chat. This incredible experience has you going through the hardest of obbies, doing the hardest puzzles, and surviving the deadliest of obstacles. And you have the best item in Roblox history, the chair.
Table.
You push one button and it goes flying out of your hands, hitting anybody who blocks their path as they fall off the small map. The fact that lobbies aren't overflowing with this amazing game is a crime, and frankly, very rude of you. Go play it. It's an 11 out of 10, wood table again. Overall, Roblox experiences are good/fine. My main takeaway is that most of them are simple time wasters that can be fun in small doses. Maybe one day I'll make a sequel where I look at another batch of Roblox experiences. There are some that I didn't get to look at that I would want to talk about, like Murder Mystery 2, Roblox High School, Bee Swarm, etc. And I definitely know that there are probably experiences that I'm completely unaware about, since I haven't used Roblox actively since I was 12. And it is probably obvious considering the batch of games I chose for this episode, and I refuse to check the Discovery tab because that frightens me. I haven't seen this much clickbait since 2016. But overall, not bad. I expected my childhood tastes to be awful, but to my shock they weren't. I was just a simple baby who liked to build tree houses. Earlier in the video, I mentioned how pre-modern age Roblox would be pretty simple, and then modern games would slowly become more complex. And while that's what I thought Roblox was gonna be like, after playing a few modern games, that's not true. The games are still relatively pretty simple, and it seems that Roblox devs embrace that. They can take simple ideas and turn them into enjoyable experiences. The golden age of Roblox never died. It just evolved, and while games can have new lore or new gameplay elements that weren't possible pre-2019, the games themselves are still simple, and I find that very neat. Well, that was a profound waste of time. What's this?
Oh, hey, I was looking for that. You found it, thank you.
Who are you and how did you get into my house?
Well, first of all, I'm Sara, and I broke in.
You broke in? Wait, you broke in?
Yep.
You wanna play Mario Party 5?
Yeah, sure.
See, I told you this would come in handy. Get that out of your mouth.
Ooh.
Alright, that'll be $40.
What?